welcome to another episode of Culture Café.
We are back in One Plus Café in Chongqing, Tiandi, and today we are going to talk about Spring Festival, Chinese New Year.
Something on your leg, around your neck.
Notice the red scarves going on here.
Nothing is more Chinese than the Spring Festival. And in West, what do you say about it?
I think we just call it Chinese New Year.
Yeah,
I think we're starting to call it Chinese Spring Festival as well, but I think Chinese New Year just because we have our own New Year. So Chinese Western New Year, Chinese New Year.
So let's say that in Chinese we say 春节. So in the future, try to say it in 春节.
春节.
Yes, that's perfect.
春节.
春节, yeah, that's Spring Festival and Chinese New Year, Chinese speaking. 春节.
春节. Got it.
And that Spring Festival is one of the most important festivals in China, and we celebrated it for thousands of years. And during this occasion, all aspects of life was in this occasion, was in this atmosphere.
Yeah, the closest comparison to the Chinese New Year or the Chinese Spring Festival in Western countries is actually if you consider taking Christmas and New Year and put them together into one holiday. That's usually how we try and explain it to other people, because you have the reunion, you have gifts, you have big dinners and stuff.
Everything, like the celebration atmosphere, the strongest celebration atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're in China, it's so easy to spot out that this time is coming. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you cannot possibly miss the Spring Festival going on. Everyone is wearing red scarves,
like us,
red hats, red decorations,
outfit
lanterns,
also, yeah.
Everything everywhere. There's so much stuff going on. You can't miss it. You'll know. So one of the things that I noticed recently is how many people are moving around and all the people who are traveling. I read somewhere recently that 3 billion trips are going to be made by travelers going from the cities back to their hometowns to see their families. China sets a record every year for like the largest human migration.
Okay, it's not exaggeration actually, yes. And the whole nation will be packed. Everybody is going back home. You will find the airport, the bus station, and the train station so crowded before a few, like 1 or 2 weeks before the Spring Festival already, because people want to go home and they want to meet their family. I mean, like stay with the family during the Spring Festival. So this transportation, huge migration, we call it in Chinese like a 春运. We have our own word for it, 春运, like Spring Festival transportation, like direct translation in that way. Yeah. So when this time comes, if my hometown actually is not in the urban area, like in downtown Chongqing yet, so I need to book a ticket back home beforehand. But when I 2 weeks, when I go to the book it online stuff and it's gone, there's no ticket already.
All the tickets are gone.
Now I need to figure another more comfortable way to get back, because the high-speed train ticket also sold out 1 or 2 weeks beforehand to my hometown already. So
what do people do during Spring Festival? Like, I know the very basics, but tell me something more about why the Spring Festival is so important and the stuff that you can see.
Well, because we just mentioned like a 春运, right? The huge migration, right? Why that happened, right? Because people try to get back home New Year Eve. Yeah, they try to stay with their families one night before that, and that is the deadline basically. You got to get back home. That's why 1 or 2 weeks already is in heavy traffic. And the idea is, of course, reunion. They are together to have the reunion dinner on the New Year Eve.
It's not even so much a choice, because as a Chinese, I think it's important that you go home and spend the time with your family for the Spring Festival. Like, it's not like in Western New Year where you can say, oh, maybe I'm going to spend it with my family, maybe I'll spend it with my friends.
Okay.
In China, it is like you go home to see your family.
Kind of like a must. You stay with your family. Either you can go out for travel, but with the family, of course. Yeah. So reunion is the key information message that come out from this festival. Yeah.
It's a time for the family to get together and celebrate.
Yeah, and let's say reunion dinner in the New Year Eve, like a vast feast, like banquet. You have a lot to eat. Your parents, your grandparents already they are already prepared a lot of dishes ready on the table. From the New Year Eve and last a few days afterwards during the Spring Festival, every day we just eat.
It sounds a lot like Christmas back in Western countries. Because for a couple of days before Christmas, we start having these Christmas luncheons sort of things where you meet with your whole family, have lunch and stuff, and then you do it again and again and again.
So
and
that
finally
part,
you have Christmas Eve and you just eat.
That part is similar, yeah. And what people do, after eating, there is the tradition of watching the Spring Festival gala on the TV.
I've seen that once.
Okay, I mean, like you watch it or not, actually it's background, like a video,
it's
like
more
playing
just
there.
something you have running in the background while you're doing whatever
you watch
you're
or
doing.
not, but some people do like it, and some people will find do something else more interesting. They play mahjong or like all these activities. And basic idea, with family, with friends. And also one thing we should not miss, and I'm looking forward to the most. Mikhail, have you ever got this?
Ooh, these are like the, what do we call them? Red bags, red envelopes?
Yes, red envelopes, and you see, we get real money of it, you know.
So this is why these are so interesting, because they always come with money inside.
Yeah, so this red bags, like you said, like it's always from the older generation, they give to younger generation as their wish to have good luck and a good future in the following years. So this is like the lucky money they will give, but they will first put in this red envelope and give to younger generation.
I think the children have to come up to you and say, Happy New Year, right? Like Happy Spring Festival.
Happy Spring Festival or good fortune or like some wish words, so the older generation just give to them.
Give it to them. The funny thing about this is, so traditionally you've done this with cash. You would put, 100, 200, 300, 400 yuan in these red bags and give it to people. But now that China has gone into this sort of cashless society where everything is done through WeChat or Alipay.
Yeah, like we pay on phone, right?
You
like
can do
this
it on the
morning.
phone. So you can send red envelopes through the phone to friends and family. And like what they do is that they will create a WeChat group that has
in a
like your whole
group.
family in it.
Or have your friends or colleagues.
Friends
It can happen now. It even can happen between like friends and colleagues. Not have to be family members only.
Yeah, everyone sends red bags.
So you're in a group, you just like send out a online red pocket, because like they have this kind of function. Yeah, you put some money, type some money withdraw from your bank card, right? And you threw that, let's say 100 RMB in one digital red pocket, you threw it into the group, and people began to rush to click it.
It's almost like a sport in China at this point, where people will be waiting for someone to send one of these red pockets or red bags in the WeChat group, and everyone is just sitting with their phone scrolling through and then clicking it.
Okay, so about the amount of money you can get is really depends, Sometimes it's like just by random you get, it's like 10, for example, 100 RMB gave to 10 people, and different people get different amount. If good luck, you get a good number, and the bigger account, and some is just get like, small account, but the million people still feel happy, It's like get a rush to click it and get this feeling you get some lucky money, and it's a good luck feeling for us. So interesting. So it doesn't matter about the amount of money, and it's about like the way, the activity. You are just rushing for luck.
Yeah, it's also just a way to sort of have fun with your friends and family and co-workers. It becomes a little mini game because everyone tends to send a red bag at some point. So everyone sort of has to send at least one bag throughout Spring Festival, and then everyone will click it.
So
you win some and you lose some. Sometimes you'll end up having more money than you had when you started.
Well, some is like, so be prepared, waiting for some red bags like this if from family members, and also get ready for some digital red pocket from like friends and colleagues. So ready for luck.
The Spring Festival can either be really expensive or it can be really fortunate.
Okay, so I'll kind of wait for that part, like kind of stay at home, skim my phone, just waiting for money comes. So another thing, actually, Mikhail, from the decoration, actually, also there's like a lot. Not only like streets and household, the decorations is so easy spot out, like the Spring Festival atmosphere.
Red colors just start popping up everywhere. So not only are people wearing red clothes, like red scarves and hats and jackets and stuff. Red is like a really lucky color in China, so they put a lot of red stuff up around for Spring Festival.
And on the door, for example, when you're walking back home to the buildings or something, most everybody's home on the door, on the door, you will see like this kind of red stickers on it. So let's see. The character sometimes can be very nice, auspicious patterns, drawings on it, and sometimes it's just like this word, very popular thing during Spring Festival, that is called fu, means happiness. Happiness, yes.
Simple character.
Stick it on the door. But when there are some details you may also find out, the same times you say it vertical. No, you say it like upside down.
Right.
Do you know why, Mikhail?
It has something to do with when you turn the character around.
Yes.
The meaning of it changes, and the pronunciation of the character changes as well. It's not fu, it's dao.
No, it's like
Dao.
this. It's like this. We change
Something.
it upside down, so we call it upside down. In Chinese, we call it dao. Dao
Right.
means arrive.
Okay.
Upside down means arrive. So you put the fu upside down. Is put happiness upside down. That means happiness
will
arrive
arrive.
your door. Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's the meaning. So you will often see this character that is upside down on the door.
Interestingly enough, after people have hung this up in their apartments and on their doors, they tend to just leave it up there. Like much like you have old Christmas decorations hanging. This character, it's relevant for the Spring Festival, but I think it's also relevant throughout the year that you want to invite happiness into your home.
Into the
so
door,
you see these
yes.
hanging everywhere like,
Yes.
throughout the year. But
And-
Spring Festival is like the most important time.
Like upside down one, okay. And also some couplet. Okay, besides that, central on the door, central on the door, maybe I like upside a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you will see on the sides, 3 sides of the door, you will see the couplet, we call it. This one.
Right. So these hang on like either side.
Either side, yeah, left, right,
then
and with one
this one
horizontal
on
one on the top.
Like that.
That is usually you can see on the when you're walking through the
Something like
neighborhood.
this.
Yeah, on the doors you will see.
So these are also just for bringing luck, right?
Yeah, because
I
there's
suppose.
always some good, good sentences, good short phrases that from poet or from somewhere and to indicate like the good auspicious meaning of the year. For
What do these
example.
mean?
Okay, that means like spring comes and your household filled with spring. That
Cool.
good life, like
Good vibes.
Yeah, vibes. And also like this is like happiness is filling your door, filling your household. And beforehand it's like welcome the spring festival, welcome and get the happiness. So always like get some very auspicious meaning in details in the
Bringing in
sentences.
lots of happiness to your
Yeah.
home. That's the plan. The way that this is different from how we decorate stuff in the West. So around Christmas, we tend to decorate our houses a lot.
Yes.
But it's mostly just with, small gnomes. It's about like Santa Clauses and all that sort of stuff. But apart from creating an atmosphere, I feel like the decorations don't have much meaning. Like it's Christmassy, but it doesn't have any deeper meaning than that.
Okay.
Whereas the Chinese decorations is a lot about bringing happiness or fortune into your house or to your family. It's all
Yeah.
about making your life better.
It's
or
like
more
in
fortunate.
each detail, in each decoration, you can find some details. You can, let's say, carpet, you find good sentence phrases on it,
Yeah.
good luck. And on the sticker on the door, you find the meaning on it also.
Yeah.
And on this beautiful paper cutting that you put on the window, it's still, it's not only good looking, there's some good meaning inside, like characters, like the good fortune, and congratulations like that.
Yeah.
So you can find a lot of details in all the decoration.
So another important thing about the Spring Festival is that you don't always have to spend it in downtown. You can go to like many different places around the downtown area to experience it as well. And recently,
Yep.
I went to a place called Chongqing that is
Yes.
very famous for a fire and dragon dance show
Yes,
that they do.
exactly.
And they actually have an entire new festival set up that started recently and will actually go until February 24th or something. Where you can go and experience a very traditional Chinese dragon dance that the people who are doing this dragon dance actually participated in the New Year's Eve celebrations in New York on Times
Wow,
Square
cool.
a couple of years ago.
On the square, right?
On
Times
the square
Square.
itself, yeah.
Oh,
That's part of
nice.
the New Year's Eve celebrations. Very, very, very good group of people doing this. But not only is the dragon dance very special and interesting, but they also have this fire dance they do afterwards where they throw these pieces of
Like a iron, let's
coal,
say,
something.
yeah,
They throw
melt
it up
iron,
into the
like
air,
that,
yeah,
like
and then they
heated,
hit it with a
and-
pan, and you have sparks flying all over
Wow.
the place.
I
It
can
look-
imagine how spectacular
It
that
looks
is.
absolutely incredible, and I've seen it twice in the past couple of months, and it blows me away every time.
I believe
So
that.
cool.
I think it's a good place to go actually to feel that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
And I also think like this kind of activity can bring like good luck and good meaning to start of the
Yeah.
year. And also, like in Zhongshan Ancient Town, there is because we mentioned like the reunion dinner, right, just now, and there got be a 1 kilometer long reunion dinner. Like
1 kilometer long.
yeah, because this ancient town is like built beside the river,
Right.
and they between the town there's like wooden buildings. There is a long street, And this 1 kilometer long banquet just along the street, like everybody are in can.
Yeah.
During reunion dinner, everybody can just go and join and sit together to eat this really rich food served there.
So this 1 kilometer long banquet is formed by, so we talked about how all the people would travel home to their hometowns earlier, but in some cases you wouldn't make it all the way home to your family or to your loved one for Spring Festival. So what the villagers and these people did was that they would invite these travelers for dinner, and then over time more and more people would then come, and then the banquet has expanded to the length that it is now, and now it's just a celebration they have every year around
because
Spring
during
Festival.
this time we said like it's meant like reunion is the main part, key point actually, right? And people should like stay with family, and they should not feel lonely. It should be like sit down and eat good food and talk and with family. But these people are on the way home, and if New Year Eve they are just filled to make home. I mean like about deadline, okay? The people, villagers, still make them feel warm, like sharing food with them.
Yeah.
It's very good, very lovely story about
It also
that.
speaks to a very central thing about the Chinese people, is the fact that they're always willing to share and always willing to give something to others. So this festival is also so much about the people in that village seeing these people on their way home, not making it all the way home, and then deciding to then invite them for dinner, because no one should be alone during the Spring Festival celebrations.
Well, so that's about China's Spring Festival. Be with family, be happy, sharing, enjoy the time. And I would say like that is the most Chinese festival in the year, and you should not miss if you are here.
So that is it, a short video about the Chinese Spring Festival and what it entails. And feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to our channels for more videos like this one.